Hi, my name is Amy Koo and I'm Chinese American.
Hi, I'm Kaden William. I'm Pacific Islander and part Japanese.
I'm Lorenzita Santos and I'm Filipino American.
I'm Natmini. I'm from Sri Lanka, and this is the traditional food that we eat during Christmas. So this right here is, in our language we call it kiribat, which in English translates to milk rice. This one is kadala. I honestly don't know what it translates to as English, and this one is lunumiris. So it kind of goes with the milk rice. So the way to eat the Sri Lankan food, so in our culture we usually eat it with our hands. I originally moved from Sri Lanka straight to Las Vegas when I was about 10-11 years old. So I spent most of my Christmases in Sri Lanka, and we do it a little bit different than the United States. But after we moved to the United States, our cultures a little bit blended a little bit together. So now we watch Christmas movies during the holiday season.
This is Filipino spaghetti. It has Vienna sausages, cheese on top, and it's typically sweeter than the traditional spaghetti that we all know. So for the holidays, I usually gather around with all my family and we eat a whole bunch of food. So lechon, pancit, the spaghetti that you had seen, adobo rice. And here is a peach mango pie. I love peach mango pie. It is arguably the best mango pie you will ever eat.
This is actually a very popular fast food place in Japan during the holidays because they started out with this campaign to promote KFC in Japan as the substitute for America's traditional turkey during the holidays. So after a while it became customary for Japanese people to have KFC during Christmas time.
In a lot of Chinese American traditions, I feel like traditions in China are so different based on where you are. We eat hot pot on Christmas. That's normally a big thing that we like to do. I feel like it's because hot soup associated with wintertime, especially when it gets cold, it's always nice to have something warm to fill yourself up with. So normal hot pot would be like a bigger pot with two different sides with spicy and non-spicy, and you would have all of the meat and all of the other food around where you would dip it into the soup. This is actually just a one pot hot pot, so it's more modern and it's easier to do like individual preferences. And hot pot in Chinese culture is much more of like a communal thing. You do it with your family. A lot of times you just do it at home with whatever you have at home, and it's really easy to use what's left over in your fridge. So for any leftovers that you might have vegetable wise or other condiments wise, it's easy to use all of that up. So I think it just encompasses like the holiday spirit, hot pot, and that's why I think a lot of Chinese Americans celebrate Christmas by eating hot pot on Christmas Day, because it's the feeling of having a holiday meal without having to figure out how to cook like turkey. And this is a seafood hot pot, so obviously you can see like the crab and then the shrimp. So yeah, there's no really like wrong or right way to eat hot pot, so feel free to dig in.
This is actually really good. I think in our culture we usually have like this, the boiling crab. We usually put like crab, and it's like a curry, but it's mostly like a soup-based delicacy. So it's more of like the same consistency, but we put like coconut milk in it. So it's still a little bit thicker, but it's not too thick. So it's kind of like you put rice and crab with it, and then you put it together and eat it. So it's kind of like having that curry and the crab and a little bit of spice. So it kind of reminds me of that. So which I think is really cool, how different cultures have different food, but all of them kind of like blend together.